Ja oikein hyvää päivärskutsella. Tästä lähtee lisää Memorian pelailua, jossa viimeksi mentiin tänne Chamberiin ja tuolla on tommonen jätkä, prinssi, mitä me ollaan tavattu. En tiedä mitä se oikein tekee, koittaa jotain lonkeropornoa ilmeisesti täällä meidän Chamberissä saada aikaiseksi, mutta meidän pitää ilmeisesti estää se, joten let's go. Tutkitaan paikkoja, kato. Puhuttiinko me tällä? Okei, puhuttiin tuolla. Mitäs tää Cleric of Priors? Scepter. Saatiin Scepteri siltä. Priors Scepter.
The symbol of a Priors cleric. Useless, but I'll cling to anything I can find.
Ei Scepteri, mutta Scepteri. Kiviä. Tää kuvaruutu tärisee tässä pelissä ihan hemmettistä. Koko paikka räjähtää noittele.
He's got nothing left, except his belt.
Except his belt. No, otat sen. Sekin piti ryövältä. Onpas se aikamoinen lehmä tänään. Sadia. Tuolla on toinen klerikki, jonka nimi on Boroni.
He's got a quill.
Quill. Kiltti.
Not a great substitute for a sword, but what choice do I have?
Ei se ollutkaan kiltti. Mikä se oli? Ahaa, okei. Okay.
Useless junk, but it's all I could find.
I
can't reach him from this side of the room.
Floating crystal?
I'm on the wrong level.
No, obviously. Floating crystal.
I'm on the...
Okei, se on sama.
I can't hit it with anything. It's too far up.
Se on liian korkealla.
I'm on the wrong...
Okei, pääseekö tonne tower doori?
It's locked.
It's locked. Okei. Mitäs mulla oikein täällä on? Activate. Meillä on vissiin pitää activate näitä...
I'm on the wrong level.
For that, as long as the
Mitä sano? Mä skippasin vahingossa, anteeksi.
That won't lead to any...
For that, you'd have to get very close to him. As long as the prince is connected with just one crystal, I can only influence things in my immediate vicinity.
Alright. Selvä juttu, elikkä... Saanko mä jotenkin härnättyä tuolta prinssiä? Erittää kiviä sen naamaan.
No. Better not.
Ow! Who dares disturb me?
Who do you think?
Satya! You're alive!
You can't get rid of me that easily.
Oh, girl, leave me in peace.
Siis... Kun mä painoin... Oh, niitä on 3, okei. Kun mä painoin tähän...
No, that's not...
Ai jaa, mä painoin vahingossa. Siis tää tentakessa on niin iso tää hitbox, että sun siihen. Alright. Heritään uudestaan. Kerran voidaan.
Who do you think you are?
Vielä kerran. Niitä on 3.
This ends now. Watch, Satya, as I subjugate this chamber to my will forever.
Princess, I have something else for you.
No, mitä? Arja Gross. Anna mulle jotain.
You can't overcome him as long as he has that magic shield around him. Its power is fed by the main crystal and the 5 small floating crystals in the towers.
What if I switched off the crystals?
Then he'll become weaker and his shield smaller. Take this key for the left floating tower. But hurry! He's becoming more powerful by the minute.
Thank you.
Elikkä nyt meidän pitäis päästää tonne toveriin. Me pitäis noin floating kristallit jotenkin saada disabloitua.
No. It's locked.
It's locked. No, käytätkö sitä tätä vaikka? Täh? Miksi äsken sanoi no? Eikö just painanut sitä avata sinne? No ihan sama. Tossa on tentacle.
You shouldn't get too close to them.
Okei. Te varmaan tiedätte mitä tapahtuu, jos nainen menee, joo. Ihan sama.
It's not a real suit of armor, just a replica.
Torch bracket.
Nothing happened.
Like usually, but tuolla pitää tehdä jotain. Tää taas tossa skeptinen.
I don't see any connection.
Vähän arvailin kyllä täällä. Scapardi siihen.
No.
No ei sit.
I'll show you all. I will heal the land that you have forsaken.
You have been forsaken.
We're in the lower chamber of the left tower.
Alright. No, jatketaan sitten up toweriin. Tohonkin olisi varmaan pitänyt pistää tohon skepteriin tai tohon holderiin jotain. Siinä on tavallaan bracketti. Silläkään varmaan tapahtuu mitään. Tentacle.
You shouldn't get too close to them.
Miksi en? Mä haluan. Crystal. Mä koskin siihen, mitä tapahtuu.
What happened?
I drained the stone's power. The tower must have sunk a bit in the process. Go outside and have a look.
Eli voinko mie pistää takaisin sen päälle? Voin.
The tower is up again.
Okei, se nousee ja laskee noista.
We're in the upper chamber.
We're in the upper chamber.
The weapon is firmly attached to the armor. I guess I'll have to make do with what I've got.
Voinko tuon saada tuon aseen sitten tossakin tietysti? Vai ei?
I'll show you all. I will fight like no human has ever fought before.
Okei. Ei kosketa vielä tuohon kristallaan, kannattaa mitä täällä eikaan on. Missäs mä oon? Mä oon tuolla. No hello. Tuolla on floating kristalli. Okei.
I'm on the wrong level.
Okei. Koska sitä kristallia? Se pudotti tuon floating kristalli alemmas äsken. Se pudottaa tän towerin alas. Joo, se pudottaa se alas. Pääseeks... Täh? Mitä siinä nyt? Ornament head. Tämmöstä kyllä meidän on
None of these suits of armor are real.
Just. Tossa on se floating kristalli. Ai nyt se nousee ylös sitten.
Now it's awake again and up.
Okei.
You shouldn't get too close to them.
Mihinkä tässä pitää oikein nyt mennä? Nytpä kumminkin meidän pitää aktivoida tää kristalli uudestaan. Että mä pääsen ne ylätason teille, mutta mitäs hyötyä tosta oli, että mä pistin sen alas?
The tower.
Mutta kuin se, että se otti sen suojan vähän alemmas. Tän meidän prinssin. No painan taas tuolle. Ilmeisesti sitä pitää painaa, niin mä painan sitten ihan tarkoituksella. Noin. Pystyykö käyttämään jotain kykyä? Tätä?
I'm on the wrong level.
Kun me just mietin, että äskenhän toi... Tää menee kyllä ihan arvailuksi taas. No katsotaan. Pistää vielä kerran alemmas se leveli. Ja katsotaan meidän septeri pystyy imasta voimat siltä, niin kuin se äsken teki tolle kristallille ikään. Ei.
Now it's awake.
No voi paska. No, ei sitten. Ei sitten. Mä nyt sählään ihan omiani tässä. Pitää testata, että saako se mitenkään niinku pois päältä kokonaan. Että se ei enää nouse, mutta pistä nyt toi alas. 3. kerran jo. Noin. Ja sitten mennään tonne Tower 2 katsomaan, mitä siellä oikein löytyy. Lisää lonkerobornoa, jotka sykkii ikävästi.
You shouldn't get too close to them.
We're in the upper chamber.
Täällä on taas lisää statueita.
I'll show you all. If the demons win because of your malevolence, then the realm of the bright and beautiful will fall apart forever too.
Okei.
We're in the upper chamber.
Tää menee vähän joka paikka.
Why are you just standing here? Go outside and fight.
Floating crystal.
I can't get close enough. Kasim's arms are disgustingly agitated.
Voinko me käyttää jotain daggeria?
They grow back together in an instant.
Aha, okei. Jos mä heitän tän päänsiin.
If that's what it takes.
Okei. Crystal Splinter. Se hajosi ilmeisesti se meidän pää, minkä
It's floating in my pocket.
Sielläkin se leijuu, okei. Tästä oli ylhäällä oikein. Oho. Nehän meinaa syödä sinut oikein kunnolla. Et tule tänne sekin tyhmä lehmä. Mennään Splitke 2. Mitäs täällä on lisää? tentakleita. Joka helvetin reijässä on noita tentakleita.
They're soft and warm.
And throbbing like a cock.
Perhaps these things are only made of flesh and blood after all.
Very nicely put.
Jos käyttäis kristallia näin.
It seems to react to the splinter, but not enough to make it release its prize. It seems, but not enough to make...
Release its prize. Miten mä en voi ajatella kaksimielisesti? No joo. Tää mun mieli... Ajatusmaailma vaan tässä pyörii, että ei mitään muuta. Mä nyt kosken noihin statueen. Mä luulen, että ne on ihan jotain koristeita vaan. No missä mä nyt oikein olen?
Ah!
Princess, what's wrong?
He's in my head.
Has your past caught up to you?
Don't let him confuse you. It's only a game. A dark illusion to break you. None of it is real. Try to think about what you really see, and the deceit will vanish.
What?
It's only an illusion. Tell me what's really here.
Here is...
Se tyyppi, jolla on se suoja. Mutta mikä se näistä on? Varmaan tuo armori.
a suit of armor. Here is...
Tässä oli se suoja.
A shield. Here...
Tässä oli torch bracketti.
Here...
Mitenköhän nää oikein meinaa sitten?
A
En mä tiedä.
in this...
Tää menee ihan arvailuksi. Nothing.
Nothing.
The bridge 2. Kakkospritkelle. Nyt mä oon tuolla jossain.
Only just... I need to get it closer and farther down.
Mitenköhän mä sen teen? How do I... Tälläkö?
Only... I need...
Okei, mä en pysty tolla tekemään sitä peltillä.
Better not. I can't... I'd rather... Those, as long as I'm... It's only... I need to get... First I... The spell... No, that's...
Joo, millään heittää no... Ehkä ei sitten vielä. Se just äsken sanoi tossa mielenkiintoisen asian. Noniin, nyt se on Sleeping Splinter. Tarkoittaako sitä, että pystyn kävellä nyt sinne jotain tentakleen ohi? Pitääköhän toi pötsit? No joo, en tiedä. Nyt pääsen ylös, okei. Hei, lopetas nyt toi. Pötsi on mun lakanoitteen alla tuolla. Okei, se meni tänne katolle.
If you perhaps you'll finally be able to take care of the small crystals first. You won't reach the big...
Okei. Mä nyt taas vahingossa skippaalin esineitä tai asioita ihan vahingossa. Tuli niin nopeasti noi meidän dialogit esiin. Tentacle. Tuolla on joku reikä maassa.
First they tunneled through the center of the room and then grew all over it, like a bridge.
Like a bridge. Noitakaan pysty millään tavalla katkomaan, eikö vaan?
They grow back together in an...
Okei, niin sano äskenkin. Tässä on tosiaan statue, shield, armor. Ja sitten torch bracket. Selvä. Hetkinen. Mennään takaisin sinne ensimmäiseen. What?
They only react to active crystals.
Siis meidän pitäisi päästä nyt tonne takaisin. Ootas, pitäkö me niin tehdä? Varmaan tätä kautta, niinkö? Onko se ylhäällä se meidän juttu? Ei, kun se on alhaalla. Ja me pitäisi päästä alas. Käytetään kristallia. Saadaanko me venytetty noi tentaklet tuolta?
The tower is
Tuolta niin tällä meidän krystallilla. Täältä näin.
They only react to active crystals.
Those strange tentacles seem to be attracted by the glowing crystals. As long as I'm carrying an awakened stone, I better not get too...
Mitä ihmettä siellä pötsi teet siellä? Odotas toi aktive. Nyt se on päällä.
match.
Mites tää nyt auttoi?
A little bit farther and I might be able to climb across.
Pystyykö minä aktivoida sen?
That isn't what they want.
En tiedä. Mitenkään mä saan nyt ton sitten vedetty ihan loppuun asti? Peltillä?
That isn't what they want.
They're clutching the stone I threw to them. How pathetic.
That isn't what...
That isn't what they want.
That isn't what...
Eikö se pysty millään...
I'm afraid my spell only works on magic torches in the Guardians.
Voi helvetti. Mitäkään tässä oikein nyt pitää tehdä? Mulla varmaan jäi joku esine yhdistämättä tai jotain.
The tower...
Come on. Nyt koitan parhaani mukaan tajuta tän systeemin, miten tää toimii. Mennään Tower 2. Sitten mennään tonne Bridge 1 ja otetaan toi, jos mä pystyn ottamaan sen siitä.
A little bit farther and I...
No mitä helvettiä?
That isn't what...
They're clutch... How pathetic.
Millä mä saan sen sitten? Kullilla?
That is...
Tällä?
Be gone!
Kazim's arms appear to be unfazed by the sacred relics.
They're clutching the stone I threw to them. How pathetic. A little...
Pystymme petrifoimaan sen?
That isn't what they...
That isn't what they want, okei. Okay. Staff.
Even he will not be able to do anything against these tentacles.
En mä nyt tajua. Mitä mä tässä nyt teen? Mitä tuolla on? Bridge 2. Täällä on näitä, tämä paikka vaan.
It's made from sturdy leather.
It's made from sturdy leather. Noin. Down Tower 2. Ei täälläkään mitään. Mennään uppiin. Ja. Mennään krystallin kautta. Pystyn mä ottaa tähän sen kiinni? Eiks mä koittanut tätä jo?
Let's see what happens if I tie the crystal on here.
No niin, ja sit vedetään se magicki.
The belt yanked the crystal off the pedestal. It'll stay down here now.
No niin.
That was that.
Hyvä, nyt mentiin vähän eteenpäin tässä hommassa. Okei, mä sain pari kristallia pois nyt. Mikä multa puuttuu vielä? Se chasmi. Nämä tentaklet tässä. Eikä pysty mitenkään leikkaamaan näitä pois. Vai kasvaako ne edelleen niin nopeasti, että... No ei ainakaan tää kasvanut. Okei. Pystymme leikkaamaan tämän pois.
They're not easily diverted from their prey.
Leikkaa. No ilmeisesti nää tulee aina takaisin vaan.
They're soft and warm.
They're soft and warm. Ne tulee ilmeisesti koko ajan vaan takaisin, mä en voi niille yhtään mitään. Oliko tuossa alhaalla yhtään mitään muuten? Tää paikka on kyllä ihmeellinen kanssa. Pystymme tällä...
That only works with magic artifacts.
Eikö nää aika magic artifacts?
That only works with magic artifacts.
Onks täällä mitään? On. Täällä on toi. Siis hetkinen. Hetki pieni. Siis... Oliks toi yksi ainoa tentakli, mitä mä leikkasin niitä paloja? Oli vissiin. Mä en näe missään enää noita juttuja. Mitenkään tää puzzle oikeesti meinaa? Että pitäis mun laittaa oikeaan järjestykseen nää kaikki vai mitä?
Here is...
Mä pistän nauhoituksen katki ja ihan pikkuiksi aikaa menen katsoa, miten tää toimii.
The objects in this chamber are arranged by a certain logic. Take a close look at the other rooms. Maybe you can find a pattern.
Okei. Mä tuun ihan hetken päästä takaisin ja katon noita muita huoneita ja ehkä testailen, että miten nää toimii, joten ihan pikku hetki. PRP. Okei, nyt mä oon vissiin saanut oikean järjestyksen. Toivottavasti oikean järjestyksen. Mä luulen, että se on näin. Tässä kesti aika kauan tajuta, että miten nämä meni noiden muiden huoneen perusteella, mutta...
Here is...
Katsotaas. Elikkä tähän tulee torch bracketti.
Torch bracket.
Tähän
Here
tulee
is
armori sen toisen huoneen perusteella. Tähän tulee statue sen kolmannen huoneen perusteella.
In this place is...
Tähän tulee nothing.
Nothing.
Koska siellä ei ollut mitään. Ja... Tähän tulee...
Here is...
Nyt mulla kyllä jäi joku välistä.
A shield.
Ei, joku meni pois. Hemmetti.
Here is...
Siis... Torch bracketti.
Torch bracket. Here...
Armori.
A suit of armor. Here...
Statue.
A in...
Suoja.
A shield.
Tuo mun varmaan jää välistä. Ja sitten tästä niin nothing.
Nothing.
Koska siinä ei viimeksi ollut mitään. Noniin, hyvä. Yes, hyvä. Vihdoinkin se toimii. Siellä on uusi suoja ilmeisesti tossa. Tai siis suoja kuin Fallen Crystal. Katsotaan mitä täällä on. Through the window. Sä menit läpi siitä windowsta, okei. Okay. Mihinkäs se krystalli meni? Niin se otti vaan pois sen krystallin ilmeisesti. Onks mä jotenkin härnätä tätä tyyppiä?
His protective shield is now small enough.
Cut him loose, princess.
With pleasure.
Dagger.
That puts an end to your little spectacle.
No, se siitä tentakleri-raiskauksesta. Kaikki ne otettiin pois. Nyt rauhoitut jumalauta siinä, pötsi. Mene nyt nukkumaan sinne vaikka sängylle tai jotain.
I suppose after all these years you've finally done it. You have defeated me.
Do you really think I spent the last 15 years thinking about nothing other than how to defeat you? You're even more vain than I thought.
I thought you wanted to outdo me.
I'm not here because of you. I'm here so my great deeds can go down in history.
What great deeds?
Don't even start.
As you wish. If words cannot injure you, take this.
No nyt se tapahtuu. Siinä se tapahtuu sen takapuolella. Petsi.
I thought I would let you win. But if that doesn't matter to you, then I might as well just destroy you.
No tää nyt on ihan ilmiselvä, mitä tässä pitää tehdä. Ilman, että edes turhaan arvailin.
You have won. You have defeated me. You've destroyed the greatest temple the world has ever seen. Death will now rain down on the troops. No one will survive to tell of your terrible deed. Soon, none of what you've done will count for anything.
Koko fortressi
You
hajoaa.
must be proud of yourself, for you have won. You've defeated me.
Flying Fortress.
Only no one will remember.
Se putosi taivaalta maahan se. Aika hitaasti. Oli pehmeä lasku mun mielestä. Vähän niin kuin olisi laskuväri ollut päällä tai jotain. Mitäs sitten tapahtuu? No, porukat on kuollut. Hienoa. Sillä on elefanttikin kuollut. Mitä muuta kuin staffi tuolla. Anteeksi. On kyllä kauhea bloodshed täällä päällä.
He's here.
He's here. He's where? He's everywhere. Help! Kuka siellä on? Mennään katsomaan. Kuka pikkulapsi huutelee apua? Voi siunaa. Young
The
Amazoni.
shield. I must move it.
Well, move it. Eikö se onnistukaan? Millä mä siirrän sen? Vaikka staffilla. Noin. Oi, sinun
I'm
sattuu.
wounded. Please, help me.
Mikä monsteri tossa keskellä on? Kauhean tommonen löllö. Kreikeni.
I have to treat her wounds.
Okay, so use bandages.
The bandage is all that I have.
Tossakin on monsteri tosiaan ruudun eessä. Se nojaa kiveä vasten silleen, että kuolinpa hyvin tähän kiven päälle. Voi ei. Et kai sinne Amazoni kuollut. Nyt se herää henkiä se kreikeni siinä. Hyi hemmetti.
And then, suddenly, everything was quiet. It was as though Satinav had played a prank and stopped time. An almost endless moment in which Sadja and the adept just stared at each other. He didn't understand that his rescuing hand was more terrible to her than 1,000 demon tentacles could have ever been. The final admission of her ghastly failure. Suddenly, Satinav snapped his fingers again, and life continued.
Siinä monsteri. Iljettävä otus.
As he pulled her away, I heard her scream. "Leave me," she called. "Leave me. Take me back." And again, I can't leave him behind. Over and over, quieter and quieter, and ever farther away. It didn't take long, and they had disappeared. And that was that. I was right back where I started. Only one thing was different this time. This time I was able to remember. Remember a princess who persevered in the face of the most impossible obstacles. It helped that the Gorian Desert is one of the most magical places known to this world. Several astral lines cross there, and I lay directly among them. I grew ever more powerful, and I practiced and practiced and practiced. After 400 years, I succeeded in refining my spell to the point where I finally found a way to permanently transform my body. I left the desert and set out for Draconia. I had to know what had happened to my princess after our separation. What happened to the only woman who was ever prepared to entrust her life to a shady, magical staff.
Chapter 678. Okei. Bling. Joku saavutus vissiin tuli, mutta sitä ei näy.
I can't reach it. How could I?
Desert.
Brighter. Brighter!
Brighter.
I now know that they can see me and hear me, but it won't do them any good.
And she knew the name of the gin of time.
Siis mä oon kivettynyt tässä. Minä ohjaan kivettynyttä Garonia.
I now know that they can see me and hear me, but it won't do them any
he can
good.
retrieve things past. But Sadia didn't waken the djinn. Why not?
Onkohan me ollaan tuhota jotain? Tämä lamppu?
Garon? Garon, can you hear me? I think I've solved the riddle. It's a little complicated. There are so many little pieces. There's only one thing missing. And then we can finally complete the story. Then I'll ask the staff to change you back. I promise. Can you do me one more favor first? Sadia's ruby has a crack. You need to repair it. Can you do that for me?
Sure. I can.
Please, Garon. Repair the ruby.
Korjataan se.
Thank you. And now let me try something. I pray to the gods that I'm not mistaken. Vedan faskedan, esplaste quatan, humurilor gras, ferogoran, hilbemutir gerol falan, juntir quatan, feluntir sodan.
Sanuan taian. Minkä?
Garon? Are you still there? If so, then you should be able to cast the staff's first spell. Please give me a sign that it worked.
Activate, deactivate. Fire?
Sadia's spell doesn't work here.
I was mistaken.
Et saatu kolmonen taian mulla?
I was right. Thank you. Thank you, Garon. Oh, you're probably wondering where you are.
Indeed. Where are we?
The staff created this place, a burial chamber of a mogul in the middle of the Andergastrian forest. Isn't that impressive?
Leave the mask and come to me.
He's here. I'll be right back.
Brighter. Brighter! And I get left behind again. Nuri.
Missäköhän Nuri oikein on? Siis mulla on vision nyt, okei. Mut se huusi äsken Nuri.
I'll try to send Nuri a vision.
Dota. Mitä Nuri oikein? Se varmaan haluaa, koska me halutaan Keronin huomio. Mitäköhän mä oikein laittaisin? Mä kodasin ton, ehkä mä otan sen. Inscription.
Nuri won't understand what I'm trying to tell her.
Eikä ole mitään vihjeitä. No, oletetaan, että tää Keroni on oikein, koska me halutaan kumminkin itsestään se viesti. Olisiko Mountain Top hyvä merkki? Vai ei? Sitten meillä on Fire päällä täällä.
She could find the mountain, but how would she know which campfire I'm at?
Okei. Eli minä Campfire, että se näkee, että meillä on tuli päällä, ja Tomb Entrance, että se tietää, että se on Tomb Entrance edessä.
She would see the smoke of the fire, but what makes it different from all the other campfires in the forest?
Okei. Hyvä kysymys. Hyvä kysymys. Kohdataan Campfirea. Koska me ollaan veden äärellä ja sitten mountain toppi, että me ollaan jossain korkealla.
That's it! I'll send Nuri to the mountain and then along the course of the brook until she reaches the fire. I hope it works.
Sieltähän se tuli. Ei kauan kestänyt. 2 sekuntia. Onks toi Nuri?
Thank the gods. I'm starting to remember something. I know how I can transform myself back.
Se on varmaan se petrified-aika. Jep. Voinko mä käyttää sitä itse?
Alright, here we go. No. No! I'm too weak. The mask doesn't have enough power left to change me back. It was all for nothing. Please, don't fly away, Nuri.
Pitäis mun lähettää uusi visioni sen luokse? Nyt mä sain Nurin itsessään tähän kentälle. No varmaan loogisesti Nuri pitää valita. Hetkinen. Olisiko tässä poveri antaa meille? Ei oo totta. Nyt se ehkä toimii. Ehkä mä saan olla tarpeeksi poweria tehdä näin. Yes! Yes! Awesome!
Oh, finally. Fi, is everything all right?
Oh, yes. My stiff old bones haven't felt this young in ages.
Thanks, Nuri.
Who are you?
That doesn't matter now. Will you promise to wait for me here?
All right.
I'll be right back.
Miksi sä muista mitä? Fahi.
Let me rest a moment. I'll follow you soon.
Alright. Yuri.
Whatever happens, please stay here.
I will. I need to rest a bit anyway. Flying is fun, but so exhausting.
Sure it is.
I'm not thirsty right now.
Campfire.
Oh, finally, a little warmth.
Eikö sillä kivesellä ollut kivan kylmä?
The accumulator doesn't have enough power left to change them back. I'll have to ask the staff to do that.
Alright. Mountains.
They're too far away, but they do give me a good idea of where I am.
Missä sä sitten oot? Burial chamber.
All I can hear is the crackle of the fire.
Monoliths.
The accumulator doesn't have enough power left to... I'll have to ask...
Jaa, se sanoo saman dialogin kuin tuossa äskessä. Miksi pitää olla kaksi erilaista, jos niitä ei pysty käyttämään?
As the stone over the scarab, so rules the scarab over the stone. I still don't understand.
Mennään sisään. Burial chamberiin. Katsotaan mitä täällä on.
It's been 450 years since I, a talking staff with no memories, kindled the light in my prison and saw a strange woman who would change my life forever. Her story began in this chamber, and between these walls we will end it together. Merhaba, Geron. Welcome.
You were able to free yourself.
What does all this mean? Where are we?
Ask him.
Indeed. Ask me. You should know that I've waited a long time for this day, and would not like to wait much longer. But if you have a great many questions...
What's going to happen here?
So you still haven't figured out why I sent you my memories? Why you're here?
Tell me everything.
I am here because Fahi promised to change Nuri back into a fairy if I helped him with a little riddle. No one said anything about ensouled magic staves, flying fortresses and strange dreams.
Life is full of surprises, isn't it?
Ha!
You laugh, but I wouldn't have believed that one day someone would rescue me from my dungeon, that I was to climb mountains without legs and wrestle without arms with demons. I would have laughed if someone had told me a princess will appear to you and, despite your strange form, show you the greatest wonders of the world. Oh, how I would have laughed!
Okay, but that doesn't explain why we're here.
You know that Sadia and I were separated. Our golden time together came to an end,
When I finally found a way to leave the Gorian desert, centuries had passed. I wanted to know if Satya had done it, if she had become the great heroine she always wanted to be. I wanted to hear how her name was whispered in the streets in awe. Satya al-Kabir, Satya the Great, the heroine who once... But no one had ever heard of her. So I continued and expanded my search. I wanted to know what happened to her after our separation. I followed her trail back to Draconia. I found the Adept's journal and the Djinn of Times' mask. But Satya's real fate remained a mystery to me. Finally, I met Fahi and asked him to bring me here. A man named Ulrich had taken her ruby from Draconia and brought it to Andergast. He sought the mask in order to bring back his deceased wife, but he found only the gemstone.
Is all this really important?
Go on.
Why did you need the ruby? Why the mask? Why all of this?
I wanted to bring together all the relics surrounding Satya's disappearance and finally understand what happened to her. At least I would know what happened to her. She deserved that. There was only one problem. I'm terrible at riddles. That's why I needed experts to help me. Who could understand every detail, who could be prepared for today.
Prepared? To do what?
To be able to tell Satya's tale to the end without making a mistake.
Does it matter how she died? She's dead. We can't change that.
You're wrong. You will determine what happened to her.
I don't understand.
The Garden of Oblivion, Geron. I read the journal to the end. After her return, Satya went into the Garden of Oblivion and never came out again. Nothing that happens in the garden has actually happened until someone talks about it. Outside the garden.
And since Satya has been forgotten since that day, her fate has never been told, and thus never completed.
The Garden of Oblivion?
I never did understand the garden.
Geron, the events in the garden have no effect on the outside world, as though they never happened. Only once someone convincingly tells of those events do they become true.
But if it turns out that they lied, or were mistaken,
then Satinav's invisible hand punishes them for their sacrilege.
That's why we mustn't make a mistake. I think I've explained enough about our wondrous meeting.
Are you ready, Geron?
Just a moment.
Nuri?
At the waterfall, you promised to change Nuri back to her old form.
And I will, but first, we must complete Satya's story.
Satinav's punishment.
What if one of us ends Satya's story and is wrong?
If Satinav learns that the tale we tell can't possibly be true, then he'll make it unhappen and declare the teller guilty of sacrilege.
Don't worry, Geron. We won't make a mistake. I've thought everything through very carefully.
Onkohan näin? The riddle at the entrance.
What about the inscription on the burial chamber?
You mean the stone and the scarab? Fahi believes that the inscription is the key to everything. But as apt as his intuition may be, in this case he's mistaken. The riddle is apparently only a strange jotting on the margins, a random blemish on an otherwise monumental painting. There's nothing else to say about it. Satya was taken to the burial chamber to read trivial inscriptions, and as proud as she was, she refused, that's all.
Fahi's role.
What's Fahi's role in all this?
Fahi is a man of many talents. He has a feeling for tales, and he's good at solving riddles. In addition, he had a wagon and a tent in which I could hide on my long journey. He is helping me solve the riddle, and in return, I protect his business from looters. That is our agreement.
So he's actually harmless.
Fahi is the most harmless man I've ever met in my 3,000 years. I was sorry to petrify him, but it was the only way to save him from your fellow citizens.
Prida.
Why are you here, Brida? Satya's story doesn't have anything to do with you.
Geron, there's nothing left for me here. I'm a deserter. My own comrades are hunting me. This is my only refuge. Please, even if you still don't understand, let me bring it to an end.
I'm sure everything will be fine again.
The world will never be as fine as it once was.
All right.
Then put the mask on the bust of my old master and let us begin.
Okei. Mihin mun pitää laittaa tää? Tohon. Pasti.
Thank you, Geron. Are you ready now?
Yes.
Why should I?
Bryder, let's go. Let him do this without us. Challenging Satinav is too dangerous.
I understand your fear. But unlike you, I have nothing left to lose.
Bryder.
Staff, or whatever your name is, let me complete the story.
Very well. I'll now tell you of Sadya's passage into the garden. As it is written in the Adept's journal, listen closely. At the end, you must tell me how the story ends. After her return from the battlefield, Sadya was only a shadow of herself. She had seen the horrors of the Nether Hells, an ocean of destruction and death. She was the only survivor, but the rest of the world did not care. Sadya's great dream had failed. She wandered the halls of Draconia like a ghost. She didn't eat, and she only slept when exhaustion forced her to. On the 4th day, a young adept saw her at the threshold to the portal. He asked her where she was going. It was cold in the mountains, and she could have become lost, whereupon she answered,
I'm going to the garden to break my being.
The boy immediately ran to the air adept, but help arrived too late. When they entered the garden, all that they found was the mask and Sadya's ruby next to it. There was no sign of her. Out of fear of challenging Satinav, it was decided that they would forget the incident. No one was allowed to speculate about what had happened on that day. The mask and the ruby were taken to Draconia. The garden was sealed, and Sadya's fate was forgotten. Until today. Are you sure you don't want to finish the tale, Geron?
I have changed my mind.
All right, I'll do it. Sadya entered the garden.
She pulled out the mask.
She took out the mask.
Tää pitäisi tehdä streamista tämmöistä hommaa. She looked into the mask.
She looked into the mask and
transformed all the plants into stone.
And turned all the plants in the garden to stone.
I don't think that Satinav will believe that.
But she was wearing the mask and she could petrify living things with it.
The Air Adept's journal didn't say anything about petrified plants.
Stop fooling around. I know what really happened. She read the magic spell, memorized it, put on the mask, and destroyed her memory. Then she disappeared into the depths of the garden like a soulless waif, and was never seen again.
Parempi kuin toi.
It is done. I had always hoped it would be otherwise. But I was mistaken.
Are you crying?
Of course I'm crying. My princess just died.
Oh, well, I guess that's it then. That was the end just now, wasn't it?
Yes.
No. Since Sadya used the mask, her memories are now in the mask, and thus the true name of the Djinn of Time.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Fadan feskadan esplastequatan, humurilor gras ferel koran, hil bemotir kerul felan, juntir katan filontir sodan. Nijetimeta for imano iuti veda.
Ah, I've been awakened.
The Djinn of Time.
Tell me, child, what is your wish?
I'm sorry, Geron, but there's nothing left for me in this time. As if there had ever been anything for me here. There are no heroic princesses, no ancient tombs, no flying fortresses. Only endless honor guards, latrine duty, one triviality after another. When was the golden age lost? When princesses still dreamed of battles and the world was filled with magic. I wish it was all as it used to be.
Your wish is my command.
Sitä mut on staffi.
Bryder.
The girl is now gone. Her longing now rules over her existence. It is my task to fulfill that longing.
to extinguish the grey present and bring the past to life again.
Onpas mustaa savua.
Oh no. The forest is starting to change. What did she do?
Geron, come quickly.
Mennään. Mitä se teki oikein?
Geron, I've been thinking.
That's
No, this
nice,
looks
but it
nice.
won't help us any. Bryda told Sadia's story to the end. She had Sadia put on the mask and draw out all her memories in the Garden of Oblivion, so that everything has now happened exactly like that. And she read out Sadia's memories with the ruby. I mean, Bryda did that. And now she's possessed by the Djinn of Time. And
Calm yourself, Geron.
I'm supposed to calm down? We have to do something.
You're right. And we can only do something if we prove that Bryda was wrong, that Sadia did not put on the mask. You forget that there's still a part of the riddle we have not solved.
The scarab? As if a pointless riddle could save us all.
Do you have a better idea? Look around. We're in a copy of the burial chamber. Perhaps you'll find the crucial clue somewhere. Bring it to me, and perhaps we can solve the riddle once and for all.
The ruby? Okei. Okay. Onko se tää tossa noin kieltää? Ruby. Mennään takaisin. Annetaan sen ruby. Here's your crappy ruby. Take it.
All I found was the ruby.
Give it to me. Giacomo Nauta told me you were an amateur mage. Is that true?
Yeah, I can break things.
Well, I can also do a bit of magic. If I hold something in my hand, I can catch a glimpse of its past. That was the main reason the staff chose me as his companion, you see. Now, let's see what story this stone tells.
Uusi tarina. Jälleen kerran. Nyt se nukahti.
Curious. When the ruby was found after Sadia's disappearance in the garden, it had a crack. And the reversal spell the Ore Adept had woven into it had vanished utterly. The mages had to reapply it completely. But there's more. I see
Tentacles.
a palace garden,
With tentacles.
and in it,
Tentacles.
2 children.
Oh shit. Oh snap. 2 lasta.
This is a brooch from Mengbilla. My father gave it to me.
Oh, can I see?
There. And here, a ruby from the dwarf tunnels in the brazen sword.
It's so beautiful.
When I'm Caliph, I'll have all the treasures in Avestan gathered in my palace. Fazar will be more radiant than in the times of the great Moguls. My subjects will lie at my feet for all eternity.
You'll be a good ruler, Cassim. All the history books will tell of you.
Ha! Do you see the sign on my arm? It's the calligraphy of my sovereignty, the sign of my dynasty. The whole world will bow before this symbol. There are great times ahead of us, Sadia. Truly great times.
Sadia.
I see a prince and a princess playing together. He's trying to impress her. What could this mean?
Incest. They were siblings.
So Sadia and the prince really were siblings?
Wait. There's more. Something's happening. A palace guard arrives.
No mitä se
Let me
sitten tekee?
go!
You're so pathetic. Isn't that how you like to be treated? Like the dog that you are.
At least I have my own teeth.
You please me, Sadia, more than I had hoped.
The prince is tormenting the princess. The guard holds her tight. She's at his mercy. But why?
She's been harangued for no reason.
Maybe there was no reason, and she was punished unjustly.
They finally let her go. She remains alone in the courtyard.
Really? What are you doing? Are you tattooing yourself?
I'm writing my own dynasty.
Do you even know what the word means? Dynasty? You can't simply write greatness into your blood. You're either born with it or not.
I'll prove it to you.
Do you think you could ever be greater than I? You're amusing. Guards! Throw her back into the gutter where you found her. I'm done having my fun with her. Then fetch me a new girl.
Sadia wasn't a princess at all. She was only a poor girl from the streets.
So what?
I don't know, but...
What's so funny?
Don't you understand? The solution to the riddle. Sadia's words outside the burial chamber. It was so obvious all along.
I don't get it.
I still don't understand.
Why was Sadia taken into the burial chamber by the group of heroes?
Because she was a princess. But she wasn't.
Yes, she merely claimed to be a princess. And as such, she was supposed to be able to decipher the ancient inscriptions.
But if she wasn't, how could she read it anyway?
You'll have to come up with the rest yourself.
Well, I get it.
Oh.
We were fooling ourselves. Now, go into the burial chamber and tell it to the djinn. Then everything will be all right again.
Se ei ollut prinsessa, mutta se leikki olemansa prinsessa. Tomb.
Ryder, or whoever you are, come out.
Why do you obstruct her wish? She's unhappy. She wishes to be back in a time where everything was still good. You, of all people, should understand that. But it no longer matters what you think. The ritual is almost complete. A new ancient kingdom will grow from the oak wood.
Not if I can prove that Bryder was wrong. And she was indeed wrong.
Sadia went into the garden, she took the mask, and she spoke the incantation. So did it happen, and so shall it remain.
It will. Listen, let me start at the beginning. Sadia entered the garden, she sat down and pulled out the mask.
In.
She looked into the mask.
And read the spell?
And read the magic spell.
Whereupon everything happened as Bryder already said.
Wait, I was mistaken. Sadia looked into the mask.
And despaired.
And despaired in herself and her inability.
Why should she despair? She had my promise of blessed oblivion. All she had to do was read the incantation.
No.
She couldn't read.
I'm sorry, Bryder, but Sadia wasn't as brilliant as you think.
Prinsessa.
She felt persecuted and restless. She wanted to forget her own past and become someone else. She wasn't a princess, just a poor girl from the streets.
Niin.
And as such, she couldn't even read.
No.
Sinne meni Pride.
Forgive me, Bryder.
Pride hävitettiin maan päältä tämän johdosta täysin.
That's that then. The riddle is finally solved. Why such a long face, Charon?
Yes, my friend? What plagues you so?
Nothing. Why are you so happy anyway? Sadia's fate proved to be false. You don't know any more now than you did before.
Very true. Very true. but perhaps not.
Oh, forget it. I'm sick of riddles.
Yes. Leave the dear boy in peace, Halef. Fulfill his wish, and let's move on.
Yes, traveling is nice. I want to go to the sea.
Wait just a moment.
It's up to you, my friend. Do you want me to change her back? But I can only restore her body, not her memories.
Totta kai me halutaan nähdä, miltä se näyttää.
I fought so hard for it.
Do it.
I want everything to be the way it was.
So be it.
Nuri.
It is done.
Nuri? Nuri, can you hear me?
What's going on? Who are you?
My name is Geron. How do you feel?
Strange. I'm cold. What happened?
Come to the fire and rest. Then I'll tell you everything. Who you are, where you come from, and what wonderful adventures the two of us have had.
Adventures?
It all began last autumn. Crows had attacked the royal palace, and King Everden asked me to come up with a way to stop the plague. My search led me to a strange cave near a waterfall.
Se kertoo viimeisen pelin tarinaa.
And thus ends the tale. Did you know that it would come to this? Oh, how can I know what you planned, and what was mere fortune? Until today, I would have sworn that the mask destroyed you. But that can't be. We know that now. Now, just so I don't make a mistake, there are only two possibilities as to what could have happened to you back then. The first, the more likely, has now proven to be false, which leaves only the second. I mustn't make a mistake. Here we go. When Sadia entered the garden, she had the mask with her. But no ruby. Yet, when the mask was found, there was a ruby beside it. Now, it may be that it was Sadia's ruby that was thrown into the garden earlier by the prince. But what if it was another? Oh dear. Oh dear. There's no going back now. Satinav! I say that there was not one, but two rubies. The real one was lost. The fake was taken from the garden by the mages and is now here in my hand. Sadia couldn't read, but with my mask she could do magic. She could turn plants to stone. She could turn people to stone. What is a ruby, if not just another stone? There. And now to you, my dear. You descended into the deepest tombs, and you climbed the highest mountains. You danced with wind spirits and wrestled with demons. Abandoned by the gods, forgotten by time. Charizard, your time has finally come.
Oho. Olipas loppu. Koko monet katsojat lähti puolessa väliä tuohon dialogiin, kesti varmaan 25 minuuttia koko loppuhöpinä. No, itse ainakin pysyin mukana ihan hyvin. Vaikka olikin vähän omituinen ratkaisu lopulle. Hieno peli. Hyvä point and click peli. En tiedä, olisiko juonen kannalta ehkä jopa mielenkiintoisempi kuin Chains of Satinav. Mutta nämä molemmat pelit yhdisty kumpikin toisiinsa. Ja sä tarvitset ekaan pelata Chains of Satinavin läpi, että sä tajuat tästä jotain referenssejä siihen viimeiseen peliin. Mut sanoisinpa, että jälleen kerran yksi erittäin mielenkiintoinen point and click play, jota voisin suositella kaikille. Tosin, onko teillä mitään suosittelemista enää, jos katsoitte nämä videot jo läpi? En tuossa mitään vaihtoehtoista dialogia lopussa sitten saa. Varmaan saakin, mutta siitä huolimatta ei voi varmaan suositella niille, jotka pelin pelailun katto läpi asti, koska tietäisitte kaikki puzzlet ja ratkaisut ongelmiin saman tien. Hyvä peli oli kyllä kaiken puolin. Tykkäsin itse ainakin kovasti. En tiedä, onko sitten katsojen puolesta semmosia, jotka eivät välittäneet pelistä yhtään. Varmasti on niitäkin, koska katsojakertoa tulee niin vähän näille videoilla, mutta sitten näille videoille on taas semmonen ryhmä, joka katsoo näitähän mielellään point-and-click-pelailuita. Itse ainakin pelaan ihan mielellään niitä. Olen pelannut itse aika paljonkin YouTubeen. En tiedä, tuleeko sitten lisää vai pidetäänkö taas pieni tauko näistä point-and-clickistä. Varmaan pidetään ja vaihdetaan peligenreä täysin. Mutta siinä oli tosiaan Memoria. Jos ette ole, tai ette kattoneet näitä videoita, jos tämä oli ensimmäinen video, jonka katsoitte koko pelailuista, niin suosittelen kyllä syvästi pelaamaan, tai ostamaan ja pelaamaan pelin läpi, jos näin haluatte. Steamista tai GOG.comista löytyy kyseinen peli. Kannattaa varmaan odottaa ihan noihin joulualeihin. Tämäkin point and click varmasti tulee niin aleihin loppujen lopuksi jossain vaiheessa. Siinä on tosiaan Memoria. Mennään seuraavaksi Dark Matterin ihmeellisen maailmaa. Ja mä en luule, että mä aloitan uutta pelailua tämän vuoden aikana ollenkaan. Ehkä, koska mulla on pieniä suunnitelmia, jotka saatte varmasti ensi kuussa taas nähdä. Markus Malo, tai suomalaisikin on se kehittämässä tätä peliä. Tosiaan suunnitelma ensi kuulle, ja mennään seuraavaksi Dark Matterin ihmeelliseen, karvaiseen, omituiseen, ehkä jopa vähän pelottavaan skifi-maailmaan. Joten seuraava kertaa. Se on moro.